This year, we've made our goal reducing our carbon footprint. We challenged ourselves to reduce carbon dioxide emissions by recycling paper, lowering the consumption of animal products, and electricity. To achieve our goal, we created a questionnaire to measure our carbon footprint and raise awareness of how our lifestyle can impact our planet. We offer simple, inexpensive, and effective ways to reduce your emissions. This challenge is to raise awareness and create better habits so that we can lower our carbon footprint.
We started our research by developing a list of common animal products that produce high CO2 emissions. CO2 levels produced by a product may vary, but meats and animal products have a much greater impact than vegetables. Cheese, ice cream, yogurt, and milk are common animal products that contribute greatly to emissions. Did you know that only 1 pound of beef can produce up to 27 pounds of carbon?
Consider that saving electricity is a very important habit because it generates a large amount of CO2 that goes directly into the air and causes extreme climate changes and global warming. We know that electricity is something that we as humans use every day, and it is essential to our daily activities.
But we also know that there are many ways to use electricity correctly, and this is how we plan to do it. We want to achieve this goal by suggesting that people take small actions to save part of the energy they use. Actions such as letting the sunlight enter through the windows and the door instead of using light during the day.
Turning off the light when you leave a room, using energy-saving light bulbs, or disconnecting the cables of devices that you are not using. With these recommendations, we can measure the amount of energy saved by comparing the kilowatts that people used in March with that they use at the end of the project.
The results show that most of the people report being within the range of minimum consumption, that is from 0 to 1,000 kilowatts per hour, which is equivalent to a maximum of 970 pounds of CO2 per month. According to the study, Mexicans have a higher consumption of electricity in this hot season. However, we didn't find a significant difference due to the number of bulbs, the size of the house, or the variety of electronic devices, but rather perhaps the number of people who live at home and who make use of said appliances. In addition to the prolongation in the time of use of electricity, and that in the United States, it is easier and more common to use energy-saving electrical appliances or devices that don't necessarily work with electricity, such as solar panels. LED spotlights are most used in both countries, with an average of 4 spotlights in Mexican homes and 7 in American ones, which is equivalent to approximately 9.7 pounds of CO2, followed by fluorescent bulbs with an average of 2 for Mexican homes and 3 in the USA, equivalent to approximately 32.63 pounds of CO2.
The results show that the average monthly consumption of paper is higher in the American community, 4.4 pounds, while in Mexico, 4.1 pounds are consumed. This is equivalent to the monthly production of 7.9 pounds of CO2 for the United States and 5.7 pounds of CO2 for Mexico per person. However, the United States recycles 3.7 pounds per month, value higher than what is recycled in Mexico, 1.9 pounds. That is, the United States avoid emissions 3.7 pounds of CO2, while Mexico 2 pounds. Finally, America, although it consumes greater amount of cardboard, also recycled more. Its recycling is 3.3 pounds of cardboard, equivalent to avoid emissions of 1.7 pounds of CO2 per month, while Mexico recycles only 1.7 pounds of cardboard, which avoids the emissions of 0.7 pounds of CO2 per month. By way of conclusion, is suggested that continue with proposal for recycling, campaigning for the benefits of reusing and recycling by schools is therefore important to share this project with both communities. Do not print but need to use the technology to the extent possible.